Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Sunday, November 27, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Seattle Seahawks vs Las Vegas Raiders. On the season, the Saints stand 8th in the league in passing offense with 237.5 yards per contest, while they are 15th in rushing offense with 117.7 yards per game. New Orleans is 15th in the league in scoring offense with 22.6 points per contest, while they are 25th in the league in scoring defense by allowing an average of 24.3 points a game. Jameis Winston is 73 of 115 passing for 858 yards with 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He adds 16 yards on the ground. Andy Dalton is 162 of 242 for 1,819 yards with 14 touchdowns against 7 interceptions while adding 32 yards on the ground. Taysom Hill, 8 of 13, 115 yards, TD, 52 carries, 396 yards, 5 TD, 4 catches, 24 yards, TD, is a versatile piece in the offense. Alvin Kamara leads the team in the run game with 124 carries for 511 yards, plus a score, while Mark Ingram 51 carries, 196 yards, TD, is next in line. Chris Olave leads the team with 51 catches for 760 yards and 3 scores on the season. Kamara, 43 grabs, 385 yards, 2 TD, Tre'Quan Smith, 17 catches, 264 yards, TD, Jarvis Landry, 21 receptions, 238 yards, TD, and Juwan Johnson, 31 receptions, 349 yards, 5 TD, are each over 200 yards receiving this season. Will Lutz has hit all 24 extra point attempts and is 17 of 22 on field goal attempts with a long of 60 this season. For the season, the 49ers are tied for 9th in the league in passing offense with 235.5 yards per game through the air. San Francisco is 12th in rushing offense with 127.2 yards per game on the ground. The 49ers stand 12th in scoring offense as they average 23.6 points per game this season. San Francisco stands 3rd in scoring defense as they give up an average of 17.3 points per game. Jimmy Garoppolo has completed 179 of 267 passes for 2,159 yards with 15 touchdowns against 4 picks. He's been sacked 16 times for 89 yards in losses while adding 29 yards and 2 scores on the ground. Trey Lance is 15 of 31 passing for 194 yards with 1 interception while adding 67 yards on the ground. Elijah Mitchell is 4th on the team on the ground with 33 carries for 189 yards. The departed Jeff Wilson Jr., 92 carries, team-high 468 yards, 2 TD, and Christian McCaffrey, 47 carries, 209 yards, 2 TD, have also seen some work this season. Deebo Samuel is 2nd on the team with 41 receptions for 468 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season, while adding 202 yards and 2 scores on the ground. George Kittle, 33 grabs, 424 yards, 4 TD, John Jennings, 18 receptions, 220 yards, McCaffrey, 21 receptions, 185 yards, TD, and Brandon Ayuk, 46 catches, 587 yards, 6 TD, are each over the 175-yard mark in receiving yards this season. Robbie Gould has hit 25 of 26 extra point attempts and 14 of 17 field goals, with a long of 51. Mitch Wishnowsky is 1 of 2 on extra points, but has not attempted a field goal this season. While things are improving on the injury front for New Orleans at this point in time, the fact remains that the only reason anyone is even remotely considering them to have potential playoff aspirations is that they are in the watered-down NFC South. The Saints now have to try and contend with a San Francisco team that has won 3 straight games, outscoring the opposition 91-40 in that stretch. Bringing McCaffrey and his versatility into the mix makes the 49ers that much more dangerous on the offensive side of the ball. New Orleans has given up at least 137 yards on the ground in 7 of their games this season. With the 49ers being able to move the ball on the ground and playing solid defense, look for them to prevail at home. Take San Francisco 49ers minus 8.5 points. The 49ers have an elite defense, and I fully expect that to prevent scoring on the Saints side of the field. With this being said, this game will be a low-scoring affair to start out. The Saints don't have a strong offense and will be facing one of the best overall defenses in the league, so expect them to have issues getting into the red zone. In addition, San Francisco is equipped with one of the most elite pass rushers in the NFL with Bosa, so the Saints need to find a way to avoid him, while also trying to avoid an elite secondary player with Hufanga. The San Francisco defense alone is going to force this game to be low scoring, take the under 43.5 points. Kansas City Chiefs vs Los Angeles Rams. The Rams won the Super Bowl less than 10 months ago, but things have gone south in a hurry for them. Los Angeles comes in 3-7 on the year, and the playoffs seem like a pipe dream for the franchise at this point. Stafford won't play, and reports are that Perkins, who was the third-string guy under center, is going to get the start with Wolford banged up. The team signed Case Cookus to the practice squad as well. Without Stafford and Kupp, it's tough to get excited about this Rams offense. Kansas City, even with their penchant for close games, is winning contests, which you can't say about the defending champs. This one has blowout written all over it. The Chiefs roll to a win here. Take Kansas City Chiefs minus 15.5 points. The Chiefs should be able to take control of this game early, and Kansas City has no incentive to stay aggressive once they likely build a nice lead. The Chiefs are already dealing with a lot of injuries on offense, they will likely look to run the ball and shorten the game once they take the lead. The Rams' offense hasn't been able to stretch the field all year, mostly because of how bad the offensive line has been. Los Angeles isn't likely to try to force the ball down the field now with a backup quarterback. The Chiefs will likely build an early lead and then focus on running the ball to shorten the game and avoid further injuries. Take under 43 points. Philadelphia Eagles vs Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are not used to being in this position after Thanksgiving. The team finds themselves out of the playoff picture with just a 4-7 record and well behind the high-flying Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. On Sunday, the Packers can gain a measure of respect by upending the one-loss Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. To do so, however, they will need to put together their most complete game of the season. Last week, 1 week after the Packers surprised the Dallas Cowboys with an OT win, they were dominated at home by the Titans in a 27-17 loss. Rodgers went 24 of 39 for 224 yards and 2 scores, but was shut out in the fourth quarter when they needed to make a play. The Packers' defense surrendered over 300 yards passing to the run-heavy Titans to drop their 6th game in 7 tries. The Philadelphia Eagles have been one of the featured stories of the NFL season after winning their first 9 games of the season and in convincing fashion. Quarterback Jalen Hurts has developed into an MVP candidate this season, equally effective running and throwing the football. Last week, after an upset loss to the Commanders 6 days earlier, the Eagles nearly fell again to the Colts on the road. Trailing 16-10 with under 2 minutes to go, Hurts delivered yet again with an 8-yard scoring run with 1:20 to go in the game. The touchdown helped the Eagles to a 17-16 win and earned them their 7th straight road win. Hurts went 18 of 25 through the air for 195 yards and a touchdown. He also ran the ball 16 times for 86 yards and a touchdown in another MVP-level performance. The Eagles have struggled through a hiccup over the last 2 weeks, losing to the Commanders as a double-digit favorite and then squeaking past the Colts by 1, despite being nearly a touchdown favorite. Now they are slightly under a touchdown favorite to a Packers team that has lost 6 out of 7 games. The Packers are also 26th in scoring offense, going up against a Philadelphia defense ranked 6th in the NFL. 1 week have the Packers defense sold out to stop the run against a run-heavy Titans team and gave up over 300 yards passing. They will be torn whether to do the same to a Philadelphia team that is dominated on the ground. A new wrinkle in this one, however, is that the best runner also happens to be the quarterback, Hurts. Philadelphia will wreak havoc on the Packers defense and bounce back in a big way against a Packers team that should be a bigger dog if not for the Rodgers effect.